From victim to victorious. Reclaiming your power through radical ownership. Welcome back to In the Works, the podcast. If you have been waiting for a sign to stop being the victim of your own life story, let this be it. Because the truth is that many people aren't stuck because they lack motivation, but because they have normalized excuses. And if it sounds quite harsh, it's good. I want this episode to wake up something in you. Today, we will be talking about radical ownership, and we will be unpackaging how to shift stress into fuel, how to stop projecting your mood into others, and how to become the version of yourself that refuses to settle for mediocrity, disrespect, or for anything that dishonors our worth. So let's get into it. Excuses sounds like logic, but they're not. You have probably said any of these in the last month. I didn't got enough sleep. My partner's energy threw me off. I just didn't felt aligned today. Or they were suck and that's why I didn't complete my morning routine. Let me be clear. These are not facts. They're feelings disguised as logic, and they sound reasonable, but they're not rooted in personal power. They're rooted in avoidance. A real life example. Let's say you have been complaining about money. You're broke, rent is high, inflation is high, and I don't know, your job doesn't pay enough, and you complain to every single person that crosses your path. And while all those facts may be true, here's the real question. What are you doing with that energy? Are you staying in the victim mode, talking about how hard this is? Or you're actually using that pressure to level up and find solutions? Are you brainstorming ways to create more income sources? Are you finally launching that business you have been dreaming about? Are you becoming the kind of person who walks into the office with high energy, self-respect, and drive? The kind of person who gets promoted because they have put in the work to be in a better position. Because here's the truth. The woman who applies for the better job and gets it, she is not lucky. She's built through consistency, intention, and radical responsibility, and because she have put in the work. So you can keep reacting from scarcity and expect abundance to come to you. You either operate from your power or you give it away through your excuses, and you cannot do both. So let's talk about emotional maturity, because this is where most people unconsciously auto-sabotage their days. Your partner isn't responsible for your mood, the barista, the weather, the algorithm, or your boss. None of them are responsible of how you show up through your day. Triggered? Fine. You're human and it's normal to feel. But what really happens after the trigger? That's 100% up to you, and you are the only one who chooses how to respond to stress and situations that happen in your life. You didn't got your journaling or meditation in this morning, and now you're being cold and passive-aggressive towards your partner or coworkers at work. That's not their fault. That's you refusing to take ownership for your own mental state and well-being. We need to stop acting like our energy is everyone else's job to manage, but not ours. Want to be someone who leads herself? Then lead yourself. Don't ask everyone else to babysit your nervous system and how you show up. How do we shift from victim into the victorious mindset? Victim energy feels always safe at first. You get to deflect, you get to complain, and you get to stay the same. But it costs you your power. And here's the difference. Victim mindset says, why does this always happen to me? They don't respect me. This is just how life is meant to be for me, and I can't change anything right now. While in the other side, the victor mindset says, what can I learn from this? Where did I give away my power? What will I do differently next time? And how can I grow and take the most out of this moment? Want to move from victim to victorious? Start here. I want you to pick up one area of your life you keep complaining about. List every excuse or blame statement and flip each one into a responsibility statement because you're the only one who can do the work. Not your partner, not your parents, not your family or your friends. An example can be my job drains me, and you can reframe it to I am tolerating a job that drains me, and I have the power to change that. That shift, that's how you really shift your reality, and you take ownership for all those things. How to shift stress into fuel. So we need to understand that the stress is not the enemy, but your relationship with it is. Stress is energy, it is pressure, and it can either crack you open or can help you create the better, best version of yourself. Think of stress like a resistance training, and the more you learn to push against it consciously, the stronger that you get. You feel financially tired? Good. That's your wake-up call to sharpen your discipline or increase your skills. You feel emotionally drained? Good. That's your sign to maybe set a little bit more of boundaries in your relationships and friendships. Or you feel a little bit stuck in life. That's good as well. That's the signal that you have outgrown your current environment and that you're ready to level up. Your stress is not something to fear, but something to channel and be grateful for. I want you to ask yourself, how is this challenge trying to make me stronger and wiser? And how can I respond to this discomfort in a way my future self will be proud of? Your stress is not breaking you, but is building you into your very best version. Let's be honest. Some of you are stuck in relationships, friendships, or environments where people is disrespecting you. And somehow you're waiting for them to change instead of you being the one moving away and leaving the room. The person who mistreated you, that's not a reflection of your value. It is a reflection of their own reality, maybe their trauma, their values, and their integrity. It's not whether if they're a bad or a good person, but they may be just not aligned to the person that you are right now. You don't need another apology. What you need is to have standards and show up for them. I want you today to feel deserving enough of the very best people, the most meaningful experiences, and the beautiful life that is already waiting for you. Because the truth is that you are the only one allowing people to mistreat you. And this may be because maybe somewhere inside you, you feel like you are not enough, and that's all that you're worth. But you're also the only one responsible of changing that story. And if you're staying in a relationship that drains you, disrespects your boundaries, and keeps you pulling away from your peace, you're blocking the relationship you say you want from arriving into your life. You say you want a high valuable partner. Then you need to become the woman who holds high standards and walks away from anything less. And yes, that might mean being alone for a little while, but the space that you're creating is sacred. That's the invitation. That's where you reconnect, and that's where you truly rise. You won't need to chase a dream partner because you will attract them effortlessly and organically. Let's land this. You want to manifest a better life, more abundance, or the dream partner, the better, best version of yourself. Then you need to stop waiting and start becoming. A winner's mindset doesn't wait to feel ready. It moves in alignment before the evidence appears. The woman who gets the dream relationship, the thriving business, or the self-worth, she doesn't get there by obsessing over what's missing. She gets there by fully embodying the energy of someone that already have it. She show up for her values. She leads herself even on the messy days. She doesn't lower her standards to match her environment. And in the other hand, she rises her environment to meet her standards and meet her where she is. You want more, you need to be more. Move like the woman who deserves it all. Speak like her. Choose like her. Say no like her. You need to fully feel it. Dress like her and show up like that dream person that you want to be, even when nobody's watching. Because the life you want won't come to the version of you who tolerates less. It comes when you become the version of you who no longer settles for less. To finish up this episode, I want you to remember that you're not the victim of your life, but you're the architect of it. If you're taking anything from today, let it be these 3 thoughts. So the first one is that you're the only one responsible for your energy. No one else is to blame for your mood, your growth, or your boundaries. That's your job and your responsibility right now. The second one is that you can't manifest a higher life while tolerating low standards. The dream partner, the dream job, and the dream version of you, they will only arrive when you create space and become aligned with what you really want. And the third one will be that your power is in your response always. Not in what happened, but in what you decide to do next. The ownership is your superpower, and it will change everything. This isn't about being perfect, but about being honest with yourself. It's about showing up for yourself day in and day out. It's about putting in the work, even when it's inconvenient. It's about choosing your integrity over all excuses and self-respect over comfort. So from today on, don't wait, don't shrink, and don't explain yourself. I want you to reclaim your power, reclaim your standards, and reclaim the dream life you're deserving of. I hope this episode lands in your heart. it makes you want to change something in your life, and maybe be that little wake up call to get out of that victim mode and be aware of all the power that you hold within, with so much love and light.